really is one thing. All right. Without further ado, guys are really doing a great job on Birds 365. It is my friend, Big Z. Zander Krause joins us now.
What up, Sills? How you doing, brother?
Oh, good. Zander, today's report day. The biggest and the headline question, how do the young guys step in?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's what the story of the season is, Big Sills. The young guys stepping in on that, specifically on that defense. So that's gonna you're right. I mean, look, that's a make or break. If those guys fall on their face, then team's probably not going far. But they're not falling on their face, Sileo.
Okay. I mean, look, I mean, like on July 22nd, people can by the way, Zander, you should have optimism. And you know why? And it's not blinded. It's not fanboy. I'm not calling you that. But you should be given the benefit of the doubt because the same amount of questions were being asked this time a year ago, right?
Yeah, I think that's
what you're going off of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I said that this morning on my Zander time after Birds 365. It's like, you know, if I'm an Eagle optimist for saying they're going to be good, I actually think there's more to die on that hill than there is to say that they're going to get worse, because the last 4 years of times when the Eagles have needed young guys to step into better roles, even a lesser role like a Jomo. You had Milton, you know, who stepped in, and then the Jomo has shown signs. So I'm kind of going off of what they've done. They've drafted really well, Sills, really freaking well the last 4 years, and a lot of these young guys have been really good. Not everybody's hit. I think Sidney Brown, you know, there's a couple guys that we don't know yet, but I do think that they got a good collection of young talent, and if they're coached up properly, if they buy in to the process and to the grind, kind of like the team did last year, I think the team's going to have a lot of success this year. I really do.
How about this? Okay, so we're going to go here. The goalpost has been moved 3 times on Reed. I was told that they were going to do it in the offseason on getting his contract done. Then I was told after June 1 they were going to get it done. Then I was told that they were going to do it at the beginning of training camp. Well, they reported today. So where are you on this now? Do you believe he does it now? What is it, September 3rd?
Yeah.
You're saying
4th.
3rd or 4th now. So we're kind of moving the goalpost now where, because you brought something up today. Bro, 2nd and a 3rd. Where are we with the deal? There's no benefit right now. There's no benefit. It's past June 1.
Well, other than maybe getting out in front of it and trying to save a few bucks on the deal. That's the only benefit right now.
Oh, okay. Like if he plays better.
Yeah, even the market goes up too. I mean, even if he's the same player as he was last year, the price of that player right now versus the price of that player after the season is probably, you know, different. So I mean, look, my question is on this is, if you look at the way the Eagles do business when it comes to contracts, why didn't they sign him yet? Like, if they're going to do it this season and they're going to do it this offseason, they probably would have done it already by now, because there's been other safeties that have signed, I think even as recent as this week or this past couple of weeks. So you already, you know, the price went up. So I don't know. I think they're going to pay Reed.
He's not a market player.
Yeah, but let me ask you something, because I can understand where you're coming from and saying Reed, you know, he's replaceable. That's fine. If this team loses Reed Blankenship, what are you going to be saying right here on this show? You're going to be like, you don't have a fucking guy with a lick of experience in that secondary.
Go get Justin Simmons for $8 million.
Yeah.
For 1 year.
I like Reed Blankenship a lot more than I like Justin Simmons.
At that price of $8 million? I don't think he's that much better than him.
Well, it's more about the
he's
age
played
of
with
Justin.
Vic. He knows what he could fit right in. I don't think there's this gigantic canyon and this gigantic fall off from Reed Blankenship and Justin Simmons. I saw the fall off in 23 when he played.
I'm not the biggest Justin Simmons guy at this point in his career to come into Philly for a team that's tried to get younger at every position. And maybe it has gone too far. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing you add in a little bit more of an experienced player right now. But I don't know. I get a feeling Reed's going to be here, dude. Maybe I'm just banking on what J-Mac has told me too much. But even some of the behind the scenes conversations I've had with John, apparently the team likes Reed Blankenship and they're going to sign him. Now, again, I'm like you where it's like, all right, well, where's the fucking deal? Where's the deal?
Wait, let me ask you this. Do you really think that Reed Blankenship is so like not replaceable that tell me, not just you, but Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Gardner Johnson, and Slay are all replaceable, but Reed's not?
No, I don't think he's not replaceable. I mean, but at what point do you go too far? I mean, we've talked a lot about that this summer where I don't think things can just be a plug and play. Even if there's a better player out there somewhere, I don't view things from a sense of, okay, if you take a player that has a little bit more talent at this position, you can just replace them and you're good. I don't view it like that. I think certain pieces fit in different places better than they do in other places.
They do.
And
you're right.
Right now, Reed does fit this team well. He does what Vic wants him to do. He's the vocal guy in the backfield. He's kind of the quarterback of the secondary, if you will. Even Slay gave him that credit last year. So I don't see why you move on from him unless he's looking for
money.
I don't know, $18 million, $15 million. I mean, I think you get the guy done at 10 to 12 million. You call it a day and you keep moving for the next 3 years. I think he's a good, solid player. Look, we can't have all superstars. We can't. You can't. You're not going to.
Okay, $12-15 million is superstar money, dog.
No, not for a safety. It's not.
Okay, well, the highest paid guy is 17. You're going to put him in a room? Yeah. It's 17 million.
Shit.
It's 17 million, 17, $18 million.
No, Kirby got 21.5 this year, remember?
Okay, 21. Now look at all the way down to 5. What's 5?
All right, let me look.
Top
Kirby's
5.
1. Winfield is 2 at 21 million. Derwin James is at 19 million. Minka Fitzpatrick is at 18.3. And Buda Baker is at 18. And then Trayvon Moore at 17 million. Xavier McKinney, 16.75. So you're looking at the top 5 guys are averaging $19 to $20 million. So $12 million for Reed puts him down at the
9.
Grant Delpit, Julian Love, Jalen Thompson, Talafanoa Hufanga area. I like that. That's where I like Reed. If you get me Reed at 12, I'm taking that player. I'm good with that.
Reed's better than Hufanga, who's a 4-time, 5-time.
I don't know enough about Hufanga to make that statement. I mean, I know the player, but I haven't watched him. I don't watch him week in and week out. Again, I think Reed's fits who we are and what our defense is.
So it's more about what the Eagles.
Yeah, it's partly the fit, and maybe you pay a small premium for that. But I also think if you look at the Blankenship camp, who's got the leverage in that deal? I think it's the Eagles, because you can be like, look, Reed, if you want to go test the open market and you want to get a bag of money for 1 year and get cut after a year or two and then be a journhourman for the rest of your career.
Be in a shitty system.
Yeah, then by all means, then go and do that. I'm not going to knock you doing what you want to do for your family or for however you see fit on your career. But if you stay in Philly, Reed, and you make $12 million, you could extend your playing career by 2-3 years, especially making top of the market money. So you got a good core around you. You got good players around you. You got a good coach who believes in you. You got everything you need in Philly, and then look, you're going to have guys like this. Anthony says, what are you drinking? Say 12 mil. I mean, Anthony, what do you think? 8?
I don't think 12. I think 12 the way Xander.
I mean, come on, Anthony, the guy's not that fucking bad. Come on, man.
No,
the guy can play ball.
No. Xander's looking at the numbers down at 9 and 10. If you're paying those guys that number, I don't think Reed's not in that room there. Maybe that is the number, but
no, I think Reed's better. Yeah, well,
you think Reed
Anthony's right. CJ makes what? 9 mil.
Oh, he
9 mil.
I thought it was 11 this year. Okay.
So that's maybe where Anthony's going, where he's
okay. Do you think that Reed's better than Gardner Johnson?
For this team, I do, because I think he does a bigger role than just be. Now, I don't think he's a more talented playmaking safety than Gardner Johnson is, but I think he does. Remember, Vic needs a guy that communicates. Vic needs a guy that stays, in his system. Vic needs those certain players to do those things if you're going to have other guys that freelance.
CJ's too much of a freelancer.
Exactly. So I think Reed fits a little bit better, but, I don't know. I'm a little surprised that Eagles fans don't like. Do people?
No. I think they like the player. I think they like the player. I mean, look, I'm not saying, but like you said, you can't keep them all. Like you said, so Zander, according to what they're going to do and how everyone is giving all these roses on how everyone's going to play great this year, I think Katie Ringo's going to get a new deal. Nakobe's going to get a new deal. Nolan's going to get a new deal. Carter's going to get a new deal. All these guys on defense, because people are throwing roses at their feet, all those guys are really going to get contract extensions? And then on top of that, you're going to pay Reed $14 million? Jesus Christ.
They're silly to toss an extra millions on.
Hey.
He sneaks in an extra million. I said 12. He's up there. He started the phrase with 13, and then he ends it with, now you're going to give him 14. You notice how Sills does that, guys? He'll weasel it up to 14, 15. No, I said 12 fucking million. Sills.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
All right. Excuse me, I misheard. My mistake. All right, so let me go here now. What Eagles will have a tough time duplicating their 2024 performance? So I wrote down a couple guys' names. Do you believe that Zach Bond will give you 2024 Zach Bond? Will it be around the room? Will it be below? How you doing? Where are we going?
I'm going to sound like a homer on this one. I got another first-team All-Pro.
First-team All-Pro.
I got another first-team All-Pro, which is a massive statement. I think that dude is – I don't know what – see, this is where, I get a kick out of. I'm gonna tie it all together. Me and John got in a fight on the morning show the other day about the ranking of Jalen, and I'm like, it's because scouts don't want to admit they're wrong. The quarterbacks are what they butter their bread on. They got to be right on quarterbacks. And nobody want to admit that the guy that they didn't think was a first round pick is a fucking top 5 quarterback. Nobody's going to admit that.
I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I look at that and I'm.
Hey, I got a job, Zander. I got a job too. If I'm fucking looking wrong, hey, I don't like looking wrong. I get it.
But I know. But the same thing applies to Bond. I mean, what happened with this dude? This guy joined the Eagles and was shot out of a cannon.
Hold on, your guy this morning called him a system linebacker.
Yeah, fucking Eddie K, Ed Kratz. Yo, Ed Kratz, what the heck was that?
I thought you were gonna fall off your chair when he said that.
I'm cursing like a drunken sailor today. Maybe it's that football running through my veins. Yeah, Sills, I was saying this morning, and I'll continue on Bond in a second, but no other sport, dude, gives me the goosebumps and the butterflies like football.
Dude, no doubt.
Football. Even before Eagles games get started, I got the TV on. I'm like, I fucking feel a sense of butterflies running through my veins. The playoff NBA finals.
I love that.
Meh. Baseball. I watch it, flip it on. Nothing exciting me. Even the Stanley Cup, and I'm a hockey guy. I'll flip it on. I'll watch it. Football still makes my skin crawl, baby, and I love it.
Oh my God.
Bond's going to be a first-team All-Pro.
Oh my God. Listen to this.
Gosh, yeah.
I just got this personally here. Placed on the active and physically unable to perform list. Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, that came out a little bit like an hour ago.
The Bucks just sent this. Oh, it did come. Okay.
And like 30 minutes ago, or maybe when that came out, whenever you got that.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't. Yeah, you're right. Okay. They said I
saw that. So no, but they can still take him off that before the season, right?
Before the season starts, they can still, but right now he's placed on it.
Right now he's placed on it. So if he stays on it for the start of the year, he's out for week 4.
For 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. That's right. He's out for 4 weeks.
That'll actually be trouble for Tampa. Now,
I think Atlanta may win that division because
here's the other thing, though. Here's the other caveat to that. Baker Mayfield losing a left tackle is slightly, and I'm saying slightly, so before you all have an aneurysm, slightly less important for a guy like Jalen Hurts losing his left tackle, because Baker is a drop, see, and fire quarterback. So you have Jalen, who's a playmaker outside the pocket, who holds the ball a little bit longer than most quarterbacks, who scrambles to make plays, who does different things like that, and that's a good thing. But you lose a left tackle with Jalen, you got trouble because you're holding that ball. Baker is He gets the fucking ball out, dude. Like he's like 2.5 seconds. He's like one of the top guys in the league at getting the ball out. So
I buy
That's
that.
going to be the game plan. It's going to be, they're going to be in zone defense, give them short slant routes, give them, comeback routes, give them 5 yard. Yeah. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to get the ball out quick. So and look, Vic will know that. Vic will have that plan ready. But that'll be interesting if he's out.
By the way, we will read all supers at the end here. Appreciate you guys sending them. Please hit that like button. Okay. So Zach Bond is all pro for a second year in a row. Cooper DeJean now. He will not have Slay.
Oh!
And he will not have Gardner Johnson on each side of him.
Let me load back up my book of Revelation.
Okay, so he's going from, watch this. Cooper is going from in the slot from Slay and Gardner Johnson to Ringo and Makuba. Okay, so Cooper elevates his game, has a better year than he did a year ago? Or do you see a drop-off? Does he duplicate what he did in 2024? Not with lesser talent, lesser experience.
I think there could be maybe some growing pains for Cooper this year, just in a sense that I think Vic is going to ask him to be a lot more than he was last year. Hey, I might need you on the outside. Yo, I might need you at safety. Yo, I might need you in big nickel. I might need you here. I might, you know what I mean? I might need you in slot. Like, I think they're going to rely on him a lot. And I think that's going to maybe have a little bit of growing pains. But Sills, I know you don't believe that Cooper Shiesty is not about to set the league on fire for a second. I know you don't believe that Cooper Shiesty is in trouble.
No.
All right, I know it.
The only thing that I would say that could be something to keep an eye on, when you ask people to do more responsibilities, you think Jalen Hurts wobbled a little bit last year when you asked him to have more responsibility on setting pass protections and doing more things that he was asked to do, maybe because Jason Kelce was there, and maybe, again, he went through a little bit of a learning curve until the end of the year? Why wouldn't he go through more of a learning curve when you're asking him to do more?
Well, certain guys are rare, Sills. Certain guys are rare.
So rare.
Wait, you don't think Cooper's rare?
Wait, no. I'm the one asking the question. Hang on here.
Come on, Sills!
So is this another first-team All-Pro?
No, I don't know if he's that yet. I think, but I do think he's got. I think he's got a good chance to be a Pro Bowl player. I think he's going to be a versatile guy in the secondary. And I think him and Quinion are actually a great duo. I mean, they're very different players, but they're very complementary players. And I feel, they've made me feel much better about where the secondary is, even after Gardner Johnson, even after Darius Slay have left the team. Most of my confidence about the other players and about the secondary and about the defense at large being good is because I feel like you have good replacements or at least good core in each part, right? You get rid of those secondary guys. I believe Cooper and Quinion are going to be a special duo for a long time here. You lose, guys on the front. I believe Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith are going to have a chance to be a really special duo on the front. You got some linebacker turnover. Zach Bond's coming back for another first-team All-Pro. I think those guys are going to help the whole defense have a good year this year because I'm so sick of hearing you and John talk about this irreplaceable five. Like we're the only team in the NFL, in the history of the NFL, that's lost a couple players on defense. It's like, holy shit.
It's you're
the fear-mongering.
The difference between taking 5 guys off the Jets defense and 5 guys off the number 1 ranked defense that won a Super Bowl is quite different. I mean, the Jets sucked. The fucking Eagles were number 1. You don't think 5 guys off
funny,
wait a minute.
You don't think funny because
you don't think 5 guys off the number 1 ranked defense. You think that's the same as the Jets losing 5? I don't.
It's obviously not, Sileo, but do the Jets draft like the Eagles draft? Do the Jets have replacements?
What does that have to do with losing 5 players? You lost
because
5.
you replace them with guys that you drafted.
You replaced them with guys who've never started. Okay, I got it. That's all I'm saying.
With guys that have been in the Eagles pipeline, which in that pipeline's produced some pretty damn good talent recently.
I got it. Keely Ringo's been in the pipeline quite some time. About time we get to see some playing time out of the kid. Shit, this guy's been like Xander's Corvette.
Keely Ringo.
Like hitting in the garage.
Keely Ringo. No, I think he's a daily driver. Are you kidding me? That thing ain't no collecting dust.
Do you think Q has a 2024 year? Do you think he has a step? Now he's moving over to the X. So he's going to be CB1. taking on the number one. Do you think he has the same kind of year he had in 24? So far, Cooper's an all-pro. Bond's an all-pro.
I didn't say Cooper was an all-pro.
I did.
I picked Jalen Carter and Bond to be my all-pros this year.
Hey. So Q, what kind of year does he have? Does he duplicate what he did?
Well, I think Q's going to have a tougher year just from a competition standpoint. You're going to be the number one. He's going to be moved over to the other side of the field now, so he's going to have a bigger responsibility. But I don't think he's going to be out of his league. I mean, this guy went up against that. Washington's got all sorts of issues today with their reporting to camp. What's his name?
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin didn't show up. All right, he wants his new deal. Last time I checked, when Q was up against that dude, it was clamps. It was Clamp City.
How about this? Prince brought a great comment up earlier. When you're practicing against people like A.J. Brown and Devontae, that gets you ready.
Dude, what's his name talked about that?
Yeah, no.
You know who talked about this? On the Exciting Mike's podcast with Coop and Reed, Nolan Smith talked about how in practice, he's going up against the best left tackle in football. And then if he goes to the other side, Vic moves him to the other side, he's going up against one of the best right tackles in football. He talked about how much that, even those little reps in practice, refine your game because you're not going to get by those guys if you're not fundamental, if you don't have a good technique and all those things. So,
bro, let me tell you, when you're lining up against a Mike Munchak in practice and he's stoning you and you get in a fucking game and you're playing against some slapdick dude, it's night and day. Hey, did you like what I said earlier? Can you name me a better duo in NFL, wide receivers, safeties, corners, edge rushers, than what the Eagles have with the two tackles in Mulata and Lane?
Maybe not.
Can you name me a better group of duos than that? Dude, I think they're better than any wide receiving duo. I think they're better than any safety duo. Would you agree, if you put Mulata and Lane on the Carolina Panthers, they'd be a fucking playoff team. That's how fucking good they are.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know about that, but I don't know. That Carolina team's actually getting better. I think they're maybe a year out still, but they're getting better.
If you put Lane and Mulata in Chicago,
Chicago's a good roster. They fuck everything up.
Yeah, that's right. They haven't had a quarterback in 70 years.
I know. They mess everything up, man.
But dude, that duo you have of Mulata and Lane, it's spectacular. It's the best duo of players in pro football.
It's so safe for you to praise the Eagles O-line.
Why? What? That's the point.
What happened? You used to be bold. You used to make bold proclamations.
Because you know why?
They have a great offensive line. Yeah, so everybody says that.
No, they proved their point.
Well, they did. I'm not saying
okay, you could say it. They proved it.
I'm just saying. I remember, I'm looking for bold, Sileo.
Bro, wait a minute. There ain't nothing bold about doing
Wait a second.
They run you over.
Are you in your turtle shell because of last year?
On what? Ain't your quarterback. Ain't your defense.
Are you in the turtle shell because you're reeling after your
I think you're fishing for. I think
Angelo's in his turtle
for them clams that are over here on my table.
No, I think you and Angelo clammed up a little bit. I think you guys are inside the turtle shell.
That defense and that quarterback here, it's all good. I haven't waited.
James is right. The Eagles humbled Sileo.
Absolutely not. Oh, way, not happening.
Oh!
That is a falsehood here. So wait, all I hear is this. So far we got 3 all-pros. So do you believe that? Do you believe that? Well, here's another all-pro of yours. Do you think that Jalen Carter, not having Dean behind him, not having Milton on the other side of him, and not having Josh in the D-line, do you think that Moro Ajomo and Jordan Davis are going to acquire more double teams and take more pressure off him than the guys you had a year ago?
First team All-Pro for Jalen Carter this year.
So he's going to elevate his game with lesser players playing next to him and behind him.
That's his job. He's the superstar of the defense. You lose guys around you because I have you.
He did that all by
I let
himself.
Milton go because I got you.
So
That's what I'm saying to Jordan or to Jalen Carter.
There's another All-Pro. Okay. So every one of these guys that I mentioned here, according to you, is going to have a better season than 24. So let's go to the final one. Barkley. Do you think that Barkley has a year he had a year ago? Is he going to dip? Is he going to be the same?
I think he has a comparable year in terms of how productive he is for the Eagles. I think statistically he comes down a little bit because I don't know if teams are going to allow that. I think they're going to come in and try and take away him a lot more this year. There is a lot more tape on him, but the other side of it is they still got the offensive line, and I don't think anybody is getting around Jordan Mailata and Landon Dickerson on that left side. Now, right guard is a big issue because Saquon had quite a few runs last year where Lane Johnson took out the end and Mekhi Becton bulldozed up the middle, up that gap, and Saquon scooted right by him. Now, I don't think Tyler Steen's going to do that. So I got Saquon at $1,702 including the playoffs for Saquon Barkley. So that's a pretty great season, but I don't know if he gets the $2,000 regular season.
So every guy I mentioned is going to have either the same or he's going to elevate his game.
Well, you asked me about 4 studs.
Okay. Well, I'm asking you. Also, what does Nick say? You're only as good as the greatness around you?
What's he say? You can't be great without the
Oh, wait,
greatness
let me
of
pop
others.
the ring out. The good part about the fucking
You can't be great without the greatness of others.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a mantra on that ring. That, you may have really good players, but you're only going to be great with the ones that are around you as well, right? And so you're assuming that the players that they're replacing and around them are going to be also helping those players become and elevate to their greatness. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think the core is really good. I think the core is going to make Moro Ojomo a lot better. By the way, Moro Ojomo is like, he's funny to listen to you and John squirm about. Like this guy I think had a good sample size of snaps.
I think he's a good player. I've been saying it since I got here. I don't think he's a spectacular player.
Well, I said to John this morning, Moro Ojomo is further along through 2 years than Milton Williams was through 2 years. Milton Williams was a 3rd-round draft pick. Moro Ojomo is a 7th-rounder, and in year 2 contributed 400 snaps and significant pass rush ability last year. And by the way, he was pretty good against the run too. I don't think Milton Williams did that in year 2.
Further along, I think he's got better coaching with Clint than he did with Tracy.
That I agree with.
Okay, I think Tracy has had more of an impact on these D linemen than what – I think that Clint's had more of an impact on these D linemen than Tracy did.
Yeah, I like Clint.
I think there's something about Clint on how Clint has had these guys, all of these guys, even that kid Booker played well last year.
Yeah, Thomas Booker.
He's kind of like been kind of like the odd man out, and I think he's played. I think he's played really well too. All right, so I'm going to ask you a couple more here, Zander. If you had to define, with one word, tell me the one word that you would use to describe the relationship between Jalen Hurts, King Hurts, and Nick Sirianni. What word would you use?
Winning. It's a winning combination.
The relationship that they have.
Yeah, it's a winner's relationship. It's odd. It's not fully understandable to the consumption of what we get access to. I think they're two people that have the same goal and maybe have different ways of going about it. They're very different personalities, very different. Nick and Jalen are almost like stark opposites. And I think there's a lot of pros to that. I really do. I think Jalen being so stoic allows Nick to be goofy and allows it actually to work, him being like Nick. Because I'm of the opinion that people aren't going to thrive no matter in what line of business you're in, no matter what work you do. You're not going to thrive if you can't operate like yourself. If you have to try and put on a mask every day, and like if I came on this show and I couldn't be me, or I said, hey, Sileo, here's your guard, right? You would be like, yo, I can't fucking do a show like that. You know, I think Jalen's personality allows Nick to be that. And it's a perfect compliment from for the two. And look, the word is winner. They're winning. They won. They win a lot.
I think the word that I would describe their
I
relationship.
heard your fucking word.
It's awkward, but that doesn't mean loser.
I know it doesn't. I don't disagree with your word, by the way.
It's awkward, but
It's just not how I would define it.
Well, I think they're awkward with one another.
Well, I agree. I do think they're awkward, but I think when you ask me one word, I'm looking for a more all-encompassing word. And to me, the results that have come from the relationship bears a far greater meaning than me thinking they're awkward. I do think they're awkward, though. I think it's an awkward relationship. I do.
Yeah,
but was Brady and Belichick
awkward?
Awkward. Yeah. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing.
It's not. I mean, as long as the results are on the
How about this one? Awkwardly successful.
Sure.
That's perfect.
Hey, I thought the relationship between Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman was awkward. Do you know the story there? Get this. Jimmy didn't want to reason. You know, Jimmy gets there. He drafted a quarterback #1 in the supplemental draft that played for him at Miami.
Yeah, right.
Steve Walsh. And the relationship between Troy and him were awkward for 3 years. But what happened was all of a sudden that awkwardness became a winning relationship. So again, I don't think that's again, I know that everybody in Philly will get their fucking panties in a bind when you say anything kind of fucking
it's not getting their panties in a
topic.
bind. I think
you guys moan like bitches. I've never seen anything
I don't think
like
it's
it.
panties in a bind. I think you got to understand that, you know, we don't not see what you see. I'm not saying what you are saying is way off base. I see some of the shit. I see the shit too. I look at it and I'm like, what the hell? But the other side of it is people have been rooting for this team for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And we've never seen a coach and quarterback duo go to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Ever. So no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think Eagles fans are grappling with, well, my ego tells me and my thought process tells me that's not going to work. But on over here, all the results that they've produced are massively successful.
Okay.
So, like, that's why I said this morning, I'm like, I don't really care about my opinion because who cares about my opinion when the results speak for me?
Okay. Right. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day here, you could have the craziest relationship on the planet. We've seen it in sports. And the Brady-Belichick relation. Get this. That's more of a fucked up relationship than what Hurts and Sirianni were. But maybe the more awkward Zander creates the more results. I look at, watch this. Don't you look at Andy Reid and look at Patrick Mahomes? Do those guys think those guys look like two different completely. One guy is completely laid back and the other guy looks like he never engages with him. He barely talks to him. They kind of have a coach buddy dad relationship. That's a little awkward.
Well, I think that's a good thing. I think they're brought together though by a common goal. And the common goal, and even though it might be different or the path to get there might be different, I think both of them are wholeheartedly committed to success and winning. And Jalen's version of that might look different than Nick's at times, but I think that's what they have in common. What do we have in common? Nick will lose sleep, will age himself 10 years in 2, will have bags under his eyes and show up like a goofy and cry back to the fans, all in the pursuit of success for the team. Jalen, while looking very different, does the same thing. I don't care about passing. I don't care about it. All I want to do is win. And I think that's what the common bond is. And you look at Brady Belichick, same thing. You look at Jimmy Troy, probably the same thing before my time.
Yep.
You look at, even a little bit of a different example, but like for me, Saban with any of his players, I might be hard on you, but it's because I want to get the most out of you. I want you to be successful. I want the team to be successful. And I think as long as that's your common denominator, especially in an environment like sports, like professional sports, like the NFL, then you're in good shape.
That's a great comment down there, Kyle. Bradshaw and Noel hate each other.
Yeah, fire and ice.
They were totally. He hated.
I don't think Nick and Jalen are fire and ice.
No.
I don't think they hate each other.
No, I do not think that either.
I do think that Jalen probably would agree with your assessment of awkward, though. Like, I think he probably looks at Nick and is like, yeah, you're a goofy motherfucker sometimes.
Yeah, but I also think that Jalen's awkward.
Jalen's goofy too, but
It's all good. I wanted to know.
I'm goofy. Everybody's goofy. You're certainly goofy.
I wanted to get everybody's opinion of what the relationship was.
And Cam, look at this dude. McCamel Keats is riding a dang camel. He's goofy.
Actually, that is goofy looking. Who are you more? How are you more worried about heading into 2025 with? How about this? With father time and workload, 35-year-old, soon to be 36-year-old Lane Johnson, or a guy who had almost 500 carries and has been injured the last 5 years, Saquon Barkley. Who concerns you a little bit more about father time?
Stop.
And health.
That's bullshit. Look at this dude pulling up the New York Giants for Saquon. I mean, what a shit. I'm not taking that bait. I'm going to go Sileo and ride the fence on this one.
If I put Barkley back on the Giant football team, he'd be a stiff again.
So would anybody. You could put Barry Sanders on that team, he'd be a stiff.
To understand. So you're not concerned about old father time jumping up on Lane at 36?
Well, Lane, I think at some point it's got to happen. I think I don't know. Based on what I've seen though so far, like I didn't see even a 1% decline on him. Not even a 1%.
Actually, I thought he was healthier than 4 years
He said
ago.
He said that as well. So, I mean, look, it'll catch him at some point. Time waits for no man. So at some point it'll come. I don't think it's going to be this year. Now, remember, that can all change. If he gets a bad injury or he tweaks something even, and it's a little bit harder for his body to recover as quick, that could change that pretty quick. But no, I got pretty minimal concern about Lane this year and about Saquon in that regard.
The only reason you're not concerned about Saquon is because the O-line, right?
Well, I also think he's a very special athlete. I mean, I think he's,
Well, what happened in New York then with all the injuries?
He was in New York.
Okay. So it's the O-line that he's giving
that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. I mean, in New York, it wasn't just an O-line thing, though.
No, it was a quarterback, O-line.
Quarterback thing, wide receiver thing, O-line thing, tight end thing. I mean, they didn't have a fucking player anywhere. I mean, they didn't have one guy to help Saquon Barkley out. Not a tackle, not a guard, not a center, not a tight end, nothing.
Nothing. Last one here for you.
Yeah, not even the field, Sileo. Look at Yale. Not even the damn stadium that's
no shit. The curse of Jimmy Hoffa lives. Hey, so Sidney Brown is the odd guy out in the secondary, in your opinion, by the end of camp.
You mean when you say odd guy out, you mean get cut, or you just mean not starting?
Not starting.
I don't really think so, but I'm not going to rule it out yet because Makuba is a rookie. So, Vic might have pause on him, or it's going to be like Quinyon with him. Like, remember last year, there was never a question of whether Quinyon Mitchell was going to start, ever at any point in the training camp. Training camp started, Quinyon Mitchell was on the field, and he never left.
No.
He was going to be the starter. It might be like that with Makuba.
He was never second team on the first depth chart listed.
So I think Makuba's going to start because I think Vic had say in picking him. Remember, there were other safeties on the board at that time.
Yeah.
They picked him at 64. We all thought they were going to pick a safety. They did pick a safety. They went with Makuba. There was other guys. There was a Notre Dame guy. There was a couple other guys there.
Yeah.
So I think Vic had say in picking him. And I actually think Makuba's going to be really good if his body holds up. I watched some of his Texas tape, and I remember playing him. I remember watching him last year. I think he's going to be really good. But he is small, so can his body handle the rigor of the NFL, we'll have to find that out. But if he's on the field and playing, I think he's going to be pretty good.
I'm going to ask you a programming question here. You think I should put Dabo on and ask him about him?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Are you
Okay.
kidding me? I think that's a home run.
Okay. You know what? Because I
know what you're saying, though. I mean, with the
everybody loves pro football here. Not many people like college. You and me
yeah,
love
but
college.
I mean, I don't know. I'm of the opinion, and maybe this is just a me thing, but I'm of the opinion that you get a guy who's in the football world that's
okay. All
got
right.
as much experience as that. You know what I mean? I don't really give a shit what you coach, man. You know ball.
Yeah.
You can. There's something you say.
No,
that
he's the national champion coach.
I can learn from you
yeah,
in some way, or I can listen to you. I can subscribe to some of what you think. So, heck yeah, man. I would say
one last thing here. How will the MVP award change? I'll tell you what I'd listen to with what's his name? What was his name again? I know who he is. I'm forgetting. You had him on this morning.
Oh, Ed Kratz.
Ed Kratz. That's right. I know who he is.
Yeah, he's good. I like.
Yeah,
actually,
he
really
is.
like,
I know
good.
who he is. Okay, he's got a legendary name in the sports community. So I know who he is. He said something interesting. I got the impression that he thinks that Jalen Hurts is not approachable. And that he said that maybe now with Jalen's MVP and not having Brandon Graham, and I'm paraphrasing here, not having Brandon Graham around, maybe that opens him up to be more. Because remember what Britton Covey said a couple of years ago.
Funny you picked up on this because I was listening to him and I remember thinking, is he insinuating that? And leave it to Sileo to resurrect. Take a little tidbit of the interview.
I'm just an observer. That's all I am. I mean,
just
an observer. Right. And because I remember Britton
You're
Covey,
a certified shit stirrer.
Listen, all I know is I heard Britton Covey a couple of years ago go, he's not very approachable. And I kind of heard the same shit today by Ed Kratz going, how will this change him? So do you think that this will change Jalen to be more? I mean, do you think?
No, I actually don't. I think it commands more respect for who Jalen is, because it's one thing to walk around like your shit doesn't stink when you've never won something, and people can say, "Why are we so sure?" Why are we so sure to follow that? Or other people did it. Jalen's won now. Jalen's been the leader of the team that's going to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Now you're starting to look at, again, I don't care what his style is. I can learn from that. All right. Something's working. And I think Jalen kind of will earn more of that. And that comes with time. That's not something you can get early
more
in
winning.
your career. Yeah, more winning and time and, becoming a veteran player and, having the experiences Hurts has. But I do think the success that the team has had will create a better environment for the leaders to be leaders, and I think Jalen is certainly included in that.
I'm going to make a comparison to Jalen Hurts to an athlete, and you tell me if you think this fits. This guy was not really a rah-rah guy. He was never really the clubhouse cheerleader kind of guy. He performed on the field. He was a little awkward himself in how he played. Do you have an idea? And plus, he's a champion. Do you know who I'm referencing?
Say it again.
Okay. He was a little awkward in how he was in public. He was kind of shy. He was a champion. He wasn't a rah-rah guy. There were other rah-rah guys on his team. He just wasn't. He was a consummate pro.
Football player?
No.
Basketball player?
No.
Baseball player?
Yes.
I was going to say Jordan Prince. Baseball player.
Derek Jeter.
Damn, if you gave me another second, I might have came up with him because I figured you would say somebody that I would know, not somebody from the 70s, 80s. You know what I mean? Where I would. Jeter's a good one.
Awkwardly not a vocal kind of crazy guy. He never really liked the public persona of anything. He was kind of shy in how he dealt with people. And then he was the ultimate consummate champion. It kind of like Jeter. It's kind of like Derek Jeter.
I could see that. Not my favorite comp, but I see what you're saying.
5-time champion. Captain of the Yankees?
Hurts with 5 rings. Oh, baby.
I mean, the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Jeter wasn't a shit talker. Jeter never wears his rings. None of that stuff. Jeter don't put rings on.
I'm surprised you. I thought for sure you were going to be trolling Jalen for not putting on the ring.
No, I think that's tremendous.
Yeah, I do too.
I know.
Nobody knows why he actually.
You see Terry Bradshaw. You see Terry Bradshaw when he was on the pregame show for Fox. Everyone wore their rings but him. You know why? Someone asked him. He goes, "I got 4 of them. I can't pick one." I got.
Well, once you're done, then that's when I would actually wear them.
Yeah, Howie's got a couple. Jimmy got 1. Strahan's got 2. Bradshaw's got 4. and 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
I'm feeling a bold prediction on this Tuesday. You want one?
Yeah, give me one.
This is fucking bold.
Well, hey,
this is fucking bold.
Wait, that 2-time All-Pro.
No. This is bold.
Is pretty bold.
This is a macro prediction that is bold, my friend.
Okay.
Who's ready for it?
Let's hear it.
It has to do with Jalen Hurts.
Oh God, not another one of these bold.
It has to do with Jalen Hurts.
Please. I can't. Look, I've now got my sheets here. I'm writing fucking.
Who's ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Who's ready? I believe that Jalen Hurts will win more Super Bowls in his career than Patrick Mahomes.
It's not as crazy as you might think, because the team, he needs Howie. If Howie stays with him, that can happen.
Howie ain't going anywhere.
Okay, well,
the better question would be as long as Howie keeps Jalen, keeps paying him, keeps building the team around him. But I don't know why that came to me, but I was thinking about that a little bit ago.
You've won a Super Bowl without Jalen Hurts. Okay, you've won one. You've proven.
Well, yeah, I mean,
the organization's the thing that's going to be the key to this.
Yeah, but that Super Bowl was a lot more flash in the pan than this one was.
Okay, you still won it.
Look at Nell. I need what Zander's smoking. Nell, you need some fucking eyeglasses, my guy. That's what you need.
Don't worry, man. September 4th can't come quick enough, man. Then get this. Mail's due. That's all I know, man. This offseason has been nothing but a boat ride.
Jalen Hurts will win.
And you guys circling Broad Street.
Take it to the bank, Sileo.
He's gonna win. So you think Mahomes is done winning Super Bowls then?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so wait.
Woo!
So you think Jalen wins 5 Super Bowls?
Right now, it's 4.
4. He wins 4.
He's 26 years old right now. 27. Okay. He'll be 27. I think it's this
Brady
month.
had a 10-year gap. He won't.
I don't think he will either. But what happens with Mahomes? What happens with Mahomes when Andy goes? No, I think Andy.
It's a great.
I think Andy's going to be there another 5 years. At least he's 66.
And then the key will be who replaces that.
Yeah, Prince. Come on, Prince.
Hey, I think that's a really good bold prediction.
Yeah, it's a great bold prediction. Take it to the bank.
I don't think
people will look back at Jalen Hurts as one of the best ever, and they'll remember. You remember that fly on the wall, Sileo, that wouldn't shut up about the guy and got proved wrong every single year.
I have not been fucking. That's an out and out lie. I've been nails on this team, except you're fucking out of your tree. Fucking
Sileo, you said twice a week
a year ago. You had one season that stunned the world.
I love you, Sills, but I'm not letting you off
the hook. 21, I was right. 22,
twice
I
a week
right.
for the last 4 years.
23, I was
You'll never win a Super Bowl with Hurts. You'll never win one.
This is a
never.
lie. Every year I've been on the air here but one. Big Sills had it shoved in his face. The rest of them, we've been nails on with everything we said. 21.
One of my great viewers, I got a clean, crisp $100 bill that'll be delivered to your door or your Venmo for anybody that can make a reel of all the times that
This is
Sileo
bullshit.
said you'll never win a Super Bowl with
Okay,
Jalen.
I did say
How
that.
many times did you say
Bro,
that on this show?
I did. I'm talking about me being exactly right about your football team. I said you get your shit kicked in by Brady. You did. I said you go to the Super Bowl in 22. Then I said you were a fucking fraud team in 23. I was right. Last year, I was wrong. I got it.
Oh, my God.
How you do it?
Jalen Hurts is making
Hey, no, he
all of
ain't.
his haters.
He's a
eat
caboose.
maximum crow,
He's the
baby.
caboose.
He's
A
not the fucking
caboose.
dude. You don't get 2 Super Bowls in 3
He's
years.
a caboose.
You don't fucking do that.
He's a caboose.
You don't do that.
He's
Sorry.
he is.
And by the way, one of the years that, by the way, a play away from
Caboose.
beating Mahomes, outplayed Mahomes twice
I
in the
know.
Super Bowl. And by the way, for anybody that forgot,
If my
Jalen
cousin,
Hurts was second in the MVP voting
if my
that year.
cousin had nuts, he'd be a dude. How you?
I mean, it's just
I
insane.
cannot believe one of the legendary careers had a down year a year ago in Big Sil.
First, I got you at 200 if you can do it. He said,
Me,
this is what
I will tell you. Hey, by the way, you guys are going. We're great at 10-2, and I'm like, you're frauds. How you doing?
Oh my God, this guy's not still talking about 2023,
No,
is he?
I am talking about my time here where there's some sort of like fucking bullshit that I haven't been right about your team the last 4 years. I have. How you doing?
I'm not talking about. Wait a second. I'm not. You're conflating.
No,
I didn't say you were wrong about everything. Wait, shut up. You let me speak for a second.
What he's doing is trying to tell you that I didn't give him his props or something.
No.
Because I did.
You said on this show specifically.
I did.
Many a times.
I did.
We used to joke about it pre-show.
I did. And what happened on February 10th?
Nice.
I said I would never take him and put him out of my top 5. Kudos to you. The little red caboose got his Super Bowl, and I'm in.
That's a bullshit comment by you.
Okay. I know you don't like it. It's okay. He had a really great Super Bowl. And I could listen. I think he's a good player.
Please, for the love of God, make it make sense. The guy has been in
sure. I'll make it make sense.
And had 2 of his best games of his career in those games. And you don't want to give the guy any sense. I don't understand that.
I did. I think he's a good player on a great football team.
He's not a good player.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion. Mine doesn't have that opinion of him.
Jordan Love's a good player. Jalen Hurts is a great player.
He's a really good
He's a great player, so.
Okay. I'm glad you crowned him that. I haven't. He's never going to be in the top 4 guys in this league. He'll never be those guys, no matter what he does. You think you think he'll ever be the guy and the player that Joe Burrow is?
I don't want him to be.
Okay. We're having 2 different conversations then. We're not talking about accomplishments. We're not talking about taking advantage of the team that he has. I completely agree with you on that.
All right, so you care more about individual accomplishments than you do about what the team.
I care. No, I
That's
cover.
fine. You're a player. I get that.
I cover great players. That's what I cover, and great teams.
Jalen's a great player.
Okay, absolutely. We shall agree to disagree in September 4th.
More Super Bowl rings
than Mahomes. Okay. How long does he play?
I think another 10 years or 8 years, another 8 to 10 years.
You think he's a 15-year guy?
He's played what, 4?
Yeah.
10 is long. That's a long career, especially for a guy that uses his wheels a lot.
Remember, it beat Cam up.
Yeah. Beats everybody up. I mean, that's something we can't deny. Beats everybody up. Maybe not that long then. Probably another. I think he's got another
12 years. You think he plays
really
12
good years?
12?
12 total is good. 7, 8 years sounds right.
Okay. Let's get to these supers, brother.
B-Hal, what up, B-Hal? Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Sills, Jalen reminds me of Derek Jeter. 2 seconds later, Jalen's a caboose.
Let me ask you something, Brandon. I'll tell you why I would do that to you. You ever think that Derek Jeter was better than A-Rod as a player? He was never better. He was never a better ball player than Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was never better than A-Rod. But Derek Jeter's looked differently than A-Rod is. A-Rod was a superior player. A-Rod was a better shortstop, actually. He had 3 Gold Gloves himself. But nobody looks at A-Rod as a better ball player. Because why? He was a leader and he was a homegrown Yankee. Homegrown Yankees always get the call.
Is Jalen Hurts an all-pro, Sills?
On that team?
No. There was a correct answer to this question.
Is he an all-pro? No, he'll never be first-team all-pro, ever.
Well, he's already won an all-pro.
Well, he'll never be a first-team all-pro, ever.
There's
In the history of this league, that guy will never be a first-team all-pro, ever. Ever.
Take it to the fucking bank, baby.
Take that to the bank.
First-team all-pro coming for Jalen Hurts.
Never.
Are you kidding me, Prince? Yo, Prince, excellent super chat, Prince.
Never happened.
JD says, Amber Heard lost $1 million for shitting the bed, but Allen, Lamar, Dak, and Herbert get paid $50 million to do it every February. Could be Jalen Hurts, JD.
Tough to be on a shitty team. It is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, no, there it is. He's on a good team. Those guys get punished for being on a bad team.
There
right?
it is. Cal says, Jalen is clutch when it matters, silly. That's elite.
Elite.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Hangry Dogs Dio says, we want Dabo. Go
All right.
Yeah,
all right. You guys really want Dabo?
I got good stories from Clemson, though. I've been to Clemson a couple of times.
Man,
I got stories at Clemson I probably should never say on the air.
Wait a minute. Have you ever been to that stadium?
Yeah, I've been to that stadium.
You see that big tiger paw they got out front there, man?
Yeah, I seen it all. Wait, I got walked through that whole stadium. With the equipment.
Oh, you hit the rock?
Huh? I hit the rock. I went to the basketball arena. I got great stories.
I played a football game in there when I was at Maryland. I played a football game.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right. Stories that I should keep off the air. Kyle says, y'all see Trayvon Diggs on the pup list. Yeah, they're already toast.
Bro, the Cowboys are just.
Yeah, that might be my worst take of the offseason might be my Cowboy take that they're going to beat the Commanders in the NFC.
I think they're a 6-win team, dude.
Let's
6-win
there
team.
We go. Kokorski. Look at Christopher and Michael. Christopher and Michael, I recommend to you to open your fucking ears. Ringo is the liability no matter how much Z loves him. Sills, who's the biggest question mark I've said all offseason on the defense? It's Ringo. Come on, Michael.
And the safety position. Because we're not sure who's going to start there.
Yes. Christopher Michael again. I think Reed walks. He wants to get paid, and they ain't paying him 10 to 15.
I agree with Zander on this.
In next year's draft.
Bro, wait a minute, Christopher. That guy walks out the building. He's a $6 million a year guy. He stays in the building. He's the $12 million a year guy. You really think somebody's going to pay that guy in the open market?
I think he's going to get more than 6. I do. I think you get more than 6.
Okay, well, I think he's a replaceable guy.
Here's B Pump. What up, Pope? He says, Sills, I'm worried about the running back room. It's Barkley and a bunch of random generated guys. Best running back draft in years, and we didn't get one. How he trolled us, man.
Hold on, wait a minute, Pump. The second best running back on the team is Hurts. He's the guy you're scared about. I think they're going to run more RPOs because of that fullback being put in there. That's where I'm going with that fullback. I think that fullback is in there for Hurts, not for Barkley. And they're going to run more RPOs, man. I could see
I
Jalen
think
with
we got-
700-800 yards this
Yeah,
year.
I could too. That's what's my concern with those 10 years. I said we got that one. I think. Let me make sure we got everybody. I think we got everybody. Great super chats today.
Hey, so when does John's out there tomorrow?
Yeah, so we have no morning show tomorrow. I'll be live at 8 a.m. because I know we got a lot of people who check in on the channel at 8 a.m. So I want to make sure we're there.
Good,
We got content.
Good.
And normally we'll have John by phone in the morning, but because tomorrow's the first day, he's got to go get his credential. They got to go through all the hype and the hoopla and all the bullshit that the team makes him go through. So I won't have John tomorrow in the morning.
Are videos going to start being posted?
I'll have some video. I'll have some video from John. They really put clamps on it for those who don't know.
Have they gotten tougher this year?
Well, John sent me the email. It certainly didn't get looser. It didn't get better. All right. Yeah. So I'm reading the email now. It's they're very strict about what can be shared and stuff. So some video, but I'm more excited to hear about what the heck is going on behind closed doors at NovaCare Complex. I want to know about this defense. I want to know about these young guys. I want to know about Patulo. I mean, I want to hear about these things, man. I'm ready for this season.
I have one question. Can John do a stand-up from the facility? Can he do a stand-up tape?
Yeah, because we should get him on your show more too. People have been dying for that content.
Hey, what I'm saying is, can he do a stand-up there, like this is what we saw, like a live report, and then tape it and then air it?
Okay. I got to look into getting him the right like internet system because
I do want to ask one last one here too. So yesterday we kind of threw this around, and you had a great response, but then somebody else brought something else up about Kevin Patulo. So in 23, they fired Brian Johnson. Then they turn around and they go outside the organization, and they hire Kellen Moore. And Kevin was in the building. So they went and elevated from within. Then they went and got someone from outside. Why is Kevin Patulo, again, in your opinion, why do you think he's ready for the job now? And they passed on him twice?
Well, I mean, everybody's at a different phase in their career. I think there is a learning curve. I think there is, moments. And I think not everything is right. Everything happens. I think it all happened at the right time, to be honest. Now, I'm not saying what you're saying is so off base. It is true. They didn't promote him at then. Why promote him now? But he got more experience. He's learned more. He's seen more. He's experienced more success. He saw, the downturn in 2020.
Maybe they're more comfortable with him in that.
Yeah,
role.
and I just think you learn more and more like experience, like in life. You know what I mean? Like I could have been the host 4 years ago. I wasn't. I could look back and say I should have been. I would have saved myself a lot of fucking money. That's for fucking sure. All right, but I didn't. And it all happened for a reason.
Harry Mays. Harry Mays.
That's the least of my worries. That one.
Big Z, keep kicking ass, my friend. Way to go, dude. I cannot wait until we get this. Last weekend was the last week of non-football. Now we're teeing it up, bro. We're here.
I know, man. I'm ready, man.
Hey, dude, does it seem like it went like this?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Are you kidding me, dude? It seems it did go. It doesn't seem like it. It did. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're champions of the world. Time flies when you're a Super Bowl MVP quarterback, Jalen Hurts, and you get to fight with Sileo all day about him. Time flies when you got a great community of supporters like we do.
Yes.
And time flies when you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan because life is good.
Absolutely, my friends. Big Z, we'll catch you in the morning, my friend.
All right, Sil. See you guys. Appreciate everybody.
Man, love you, brother. That's my friend, and that's Zander Krause. Don't forget to check out Birds 365. Got to pay some bills here, guys. Don't forget our great friends at Morgan & Morgan. Folks, I've been telling you now for what? Almost a year now here with our great friends at Morgan & Morgan. The #1 injury law firm in all of America for a reason. They win. They win. Thousands of attorneys from coast to coast is the reason that they win, taking care of American families for the last 25 years. If you're ever injured in an Uber, an insurance company takes advantage of you when we're talking about homeowners insurance, Morgan & Morgan is there for you. Promise you, this will be the easiest decision that you ever make. For more, go online to forthepeople.com/Big Sills or Pound Law 529. That's forthepeople.com/Big Sills or Pound Law 529. And do me a favor, you tell them Big Sills sent you.
This is Eric,